If you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parrish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and On Fire Athletes, the platform powered by GameCoin. Uh-oh. I hear someone trucking along. Good morning. Good this way. All right, we got company this morning. Okay, y'all do us a favor. Smash that like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. How about it? Baseball moves to 2-0. Nice 10-1 win over Purdue Fort Wayne. They'll go for the series sweep here on Sunday. We'll recap that game. I have been doing Locked on LSU kind of like as an immediate post game. I intend to do that for every game this year. So if you're not subscribed to Locked on LSU on YouTube or podcast, please do that. And go this way. So LSU baseball gets the win 10-1. And how about basketball? They finally snap that dreadful losing streak. My goodness. You go Cam Carter's heroics, you go 2 months without winning a basketball game. It is just it's a grind, man. I can't even imagine when you go through a streak like that, losing 7 in a row. The last time they won was their only conference win against Arkansas, and that was back. Go this way. That Arkansas win was January the 14th. Like when you think about that Arkansas win, prior to that 3 conference losses, 7 that followed. I mean, you're sitting there at 1-10 in the league. And it's just hard to keep getting up early, to go to practice, to go work out, getting on planes, flying just to keep losing. And it looked like they were going to lose again yesterday, man. If you missed it, Cam Carter's heroics, Tigers were down 5. He hits a 3. I mean, Oklahoma's a bad team. They foul him shooting the 3. I mean, what are you doing fouling a guy when you're up 5? Carter gets the 4-point play. LSU gets the steal. I think it was Givens got the steal. Got it back to Carter, went to the rack, got the hoop in the harm, made the free throw. All of a sudden, LSU's up 2, and they held on. So they're not going anywhere. I mean, we understand that. Playing for anything of any type of postseason, it's out of consideration. You're playing for pride, but you got that win, and you can beat South Carolina. I mean, South Carolina is the worst team in the conference. They're winless. They're 0-12 in the league. So you get South Carolina at home this week. You can win that one. So I'm hopeful they do. Because after South Carolina, you're not winning again. I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer, but you got number 3 Florida, number 5 Tennessee, at number 22 Mississippi State, at number 15 Kentucky, home against number 8 Texas A&M. 3 of your last 5 are against top 25 teams, and your 2 road games are both against ranked teams. Like, you're not winning again. So you got to beat South Carolina, and I hope they do. All right, let's say some good morning, y'all. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. As always, we appreciate you for being there with us. Remember our Parrish Construction and Roofing 5K giveaway. If you're interested, it's easy. Someone is going to win $5,000 cash this Friday. All you got to do is sign up for a free, no obligation roofing inspection and follow us on social. It's that simple. Everyone who does, names go into a hopper, and then we are drawing on Friday on AFR, and someone's winning $5,000 cash. Terry will even bring to your house in a duffel bag if you want it. Money gun, shooting $100 bills everywhere. Somebody's winning $5,000 cash. So would love to be able to give that to you. So I just posted the link in the chat. Super easy. All you got to do is just sign up for a free roof inspection. No obligation, no purchase, nothing necessary. Just sign up for the free roof inspection. Okay, let's say some good mornings here. Brett, did my cold plunge this morning down a 3-mile run. That's a good way to start a Sunday. That a bib. Got my cold plunge in as well. I love how many people were revolutionizing here. Brian, good morning, man. Hope you're doing great. Hey, Jacob, good morning. Aaron, good morning. Devin, good morning. Blaze, good morning. Toki Doki, good morning. Sabrion. Sabrion. Did I nail it? I know you spelled it phonetically last time. I think it's Sabrion. I think I got it. Sabrion. Good morning. Hey, Mark, good morning. Matt McMahon didn't save his job last night. Matt McMahon's not getting fired. I don't mean to have this conversation again this early, but Matt McMahon is not getting fired. He's going to be back next year. Jesse Brown, happy Sunday. Aaron, good morning. Devin said, what's up, Drew? What do you say?
Whoa.
What do you say? Devin said, what's up, Drew? What do you say?
Morning.
Say good morning. Mark, Will Wade beat UNO at Lakefront Arena. Good. Will Wade's a good coach, and he's never coming back to LSU. Spurge, good morning. Kelly Gross, good morning. Hope y'all are doing great. Let's see. Mark, Taysom Hill is going to get cut this offseason. Probably so. That it would be logical. They'd save $10,000 or $10,000. That wouldn't help you much. $10 million. Go this way. So very likely, Taysom Hill's time in New Orleans is over. Especially not only financially, but there's also the part of it that he's just probably not going to be healthy until October or November. So, Patrick, how about Cam Carter? The Cam back, I like it. Turned into the final minute mark. He endeared himself to me as an LSU Hoops fan. Man, to tell you, he's been their only saving grace this year. He is. How about Damian Collins yesterday too? Though Damian Collins had a season high, I think, at 22 points. Let's see if I can pull up the box score. Go this way. I think Collins ended up with 22, had 4 blocks. We were watching it. We had the St. Jude auction last night. The school Erica works at had their charity auction last night. So watching the game at home, and then we actually met some friends before the auction for like apps and a drink, and they had the game once. We're watching it there. So I was following the very end of the game on my phone, but still awesome. But Cam Carter's been, I mean, he's kind of been all they got. I'm trying to look up the box score real quick because I think Collins 22. Yeah, 22 points, 4 boards, 4 blocks. Where are we? Hey, Robert, good morning. Thomas, good morning. Go Tigers. Boys are looking good. Yeah, baseball looked great yesterday. 3 homers. One of the things that I've pretty consistently asked here is, who's going to provide protection for Bear Jones in the lineup? And yesterday, Derek Curiel batting 3rd, Danny Dickinson batting 5th with Jones. I'm sorry, Curiel batting 2nd, Jones 3rd, Dickinson 4th, all 3 homered. So the 2 guys sandwiched around Bear Jones homered yesterday. You need that. Like, you're going to need to show teams, all right, you want to walk Jones, we got guys that can beat you. And I think the ticket this year really is going to be you got to have Dickinson hitting behind Jones all year. If they go 3-4, fine. But Dickinson can rake. I think it's 5 hits through 2 games already. The homer he hit yesterday was a jam shot, too, that came in on his hands. They still muscled it out to left. That dude can flat out rake. And I get it. Like, I get all the hype with him. He uses all fields. He can hit for power. Yes, he can hit. Like, challenge is going to get much bigger whenever you start facing SEC pitching, but he can hit. Go this way. And how appropriate, by the way, yesterday for all the people who go this way, who were here for AFR and our bunting conversation. In the second, if you weren't watching the game, in the second inning, the top of the second, go this way. In the top of the second, Purdue Fort Wayne gets runners on 1st and 2nd with nobody out. Go this way. 1st and 2nd with nobody out, and they bunt. They bunt the runners to 2nd and 3rd. Now 1 out. Strikeout, pop out of the inning, no run scored. Bunting feels like the right thing to do. It is not the right percentage play. Rex, good morning. Thoughts on Kellen Moore introductory interview? Is he the guy? Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on I guess it was Thursday. It was the press conference. So I thought he did fine. I mean, it was just your common garden variety introductory press conference, where you say all the right things and you bring good energy and you talk about how you're going to build culture and you don't really answer anything. I mean, the questions he's got to answer mostly are, what's the team going to do with the salary cap and what are you going to do at quarterback? Is Derek Carr back? And he was non-committal on both. So, I mean, good. So I'm really less concerned with what he said in a press conference. Dramatically more interested in what this organization does over the next month before the start of the league year, because you're going to have to get your roster within cap compliance. So you're going to start your whole process of reworking contracts and cutting guys and all that sort of stuff. Go this way. Go this way. But I'm way more interested in what happens over the next month than I am anything he said in his press conference. Stat Dub, hand up, I was wrong, said they wouldn't win another game. Wendell, Brad, Jordan, throwback thumbnail. Aaron, good morning. Kyle, good morning, Matt. Feels great to be back in baseball season. Can't wait for the melt when we have one bad inning. Bad inning, a midweek loss, something like that. It's inevitable. Irfan Sayad, Gamorgan, and go this way. Justin, go this way. We have them, man. That we do have go this way shirts. I'll post the link. Here, I'll post the link. Because a Morning Scone viewer made a logo, and so we have them up at 929 Misfits, along with the Nuss Bus shirts and hoodies, also at 929 Misfits. But anyway, I just posted in the link the Go This Way shirts. I'll post Nuss Bus too if y'all want. Here's the Nuss Bus hoodie if you're interested. Nuss Bus hoodie, boom, lots of good stuff up at 929 Misfits. Y'all check it out. Yeah, it's not that it's a throwback thumbnail. It's so on my YouTube channel, if you don't put a custom thumbnail, it defaults to the header, and the header that I've had up there since I started the channel is that like an old headshot when I didn't have hair. Yeah, I need to change that, but I say that all the time. Do you think we see Schmidt today? Absolutely. What's kind of encouraging about this baseball first couple games is you've been awesome on the mound. You pitched a shutout in game one. Game two, the only run allowed was allowed by Ianson on a wild pitch, incidentally. So your bullpen is not allowed to run yet. In 8 innings pitched, and we still haven't even seen yet the two guys that are supposedly the best out of the bullpen. I mean, Gavin Guidry and Connor Ware are the two guys who are your quote unquote best arms. And we haven't seen William Schmidt either, who's probably your most anticipated. So when you think about it, man, so they're going to pitch today. Those three will for sure pitch today. So we'll get to see Chase Shores. I'm fired up about that. And then Guidry, Ware, and Schmidt. This probably is unfair. I mean, that's Chase Shores, William Schmidt, Connor Ware, Gavin Guidry. Like that's Friday night stuff. And now you're using it in game 3. I mean, poor Purdue Fort Wayne. They're just going to be overwhelmed. But yes, I do think we see Schmidt make his debut today. Absolutely. Hey, Patrick, how about Auburn going in Tuscaloosa beating Bama with Broom on a bad wheel, missing 2 of their top players? Yeah, man. And honestly, you was watching that game too. It looked like Auburn was going to run away with it in the second half. Credit Bama for a late run to tie it, but then as soon as they tie it, Auburn went on like a 7-0 run to give themselves some distance. But Auburn's the best team in the country this year. Hey, Thomas, Jinglegate 41, we'll get it. Making Dale smile every day. I love it. Carla, proud of the Tiger athletes, baseball, gym, basketball. Really good weekend so far, man. And one of the reasons I love spring sports, there's just so much going on. Steele with 15 seconds left was the careless mistake LSU needed. Gotta love the hustle. Strenuous. Well, you got a few buttons undone, huh? You showing a little chest this morning? Go this way. Nailed it. Hey, Matt, good morning. Sportszilla, good morning. Survivor's remorse. I shower cold temp sets differently state by state, or is it standard? I think it's not set by standard. I think it's a lot to do with the water temperature just in your municipality. A lot to do with with your weather. So like during the freeze when it snowed a few weeks ago, I'm sure it was colder. Whenever I'd fill up the tub to do the cold plunge, though, like for spring, summer, it's like 78 degrees. Now it might be like 72, 74, something like that. Hey, Jeremy, good morning. Have a day, Dale. I love that everyone's after Dale for the jingle. Matt, do you think could find a trade for Carr? No. Because remember, say it all the time, if you're going to trade a player, whoever is trading for that player is not just trading for the player, they're also trading for the contract. Why would any team take on Derek Carr this year at $50 million? You wouldn't. If you were to sign him with the idea of extending him, then you could get a more cap-friendly number in year one. But why would someone give the Saints an asset to take on Derek Carr and his contract to then extend Derek Carr coming off an injury-plagued season when he hasn't been that good to begin with? No, I cannot possibly see anyone trading for Derek Carr. Hey, Danny, received the notification LSU won a basketball game, assumed it was the women. Nice to see the men won a game. Chase Shore Shove Day, yes, sir. I'm excited to see it, man. About 2 years in the making. We've been waiting to see Chase Shore's back on the bump. So, 6'8" and throws 100. We've been waiting a long time for this one. So let's see it. All right, please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Go this way. Reminder again, at Parish Construction and Roofing this Friday, we are giving away $5,000 cash. All you got to do is fill out the form on the homepage or call, sign up for a free, no obligation roofing inspection. Follow us on social. Do that, and you're entered to win. We'll draw a name on Friday. Someone's winning $5,000 cash. Parishbuilt.com. Gwen, good morning. Drew's block party. Congrats to the basketball team. We went Reggie Miller on Oklahoma. Larry Bird in the NBA Finals. Carl the Cat, big game for the women today in Austin. Heard that Big Four is questionable today with an injury. That's big. That stinks. I didn't hear that. But, yeah, man, LSU against Texas, top 5 matchup. LSU number 5, Texas number 3. The game's on ABC today as well, so big one. Brad, you still work out every morning. I go to HotWorks. It's been, I hit a wall in the fall with website and all that sort of stuff. So I probably a good 2-month stretch where I didn't go. My body needed a rest. But I started going again. I missed the week for Super Bowl. But I'll start back up again, and then I hurt my back. So hopefully start back up again this week. Hey, Trivia, good morning. Murder Giraffe, I think Bear Jones should bunt more. I'm not taking your bait. Andrew, any recollections of the 2020 LSU Tennessee game? I remember my father turned off the TV, went outside to water the grass. He didn't believe me when I ran to him LSU won. Yeah. So I was at the game, sitting in the north end zone, with Erica, and after the 11 bajillion guys on the field and T-Bob snapping the ball, I was disgusted like so many other people, started walking toward the tunnel to get out of there. And then Paul Catt, rest in peace, if you remember Paul Catt, who sat right behind us, was like screaming at me in the tunnel, like, Matt, they got another play. And so I stopped. I was like, looked. They obviously ruled the 2-minute melon on the field, and they ran one more play. And I just watched it from the tunnel. As soon as Ridley scored, I just walked out. It's like, whatever. You know what else I remember about that game, too? Was Jordan Jefferson had like a 70-yard touchdown run in that game early. It felt like LSU was probably just going to rout them, but they just could never get going. It was a bad Tennessee team. Jeremy, like the Nuts Bus hoodie, may have to get one. Yep, I just posted the The Nuts Bus hoodie link, 929misfits.com. Here it is. I'll post it again. Go this way. Got t-shirts as well. Nuts Bus hoodie and Nuts Bus t-shirts. Erica did this design, by the way. Shout out E-Rock. Blair Goat. Who do we think were the top 5 football NIL spenders last year? Who do we think it is next year? You pretty much predict the tiers of staying that way. So go this way. Ohio State, Oregon, Ole Miss were near the top. Ohio State and Ole Miss, I know, around the $18 to $20 million range. The Florida Gators doing around the SEC. And the thing I'll tell you is LSU spent, like, this will put into context. This will put into context, I think, why LSU season went the way it did. LSU last year spent about $5.5 million in NIL in their football roster. I just told you Ole Miss and Ohio State were around 18 to 20 million. LSU this coming year will be closer to the top of college football. But you have that group of about, like, those few at the tip top, and then you have this next group of a dozen or so that are all kind of clumped together of the highest spenders. And then it's a group of about 30 that are all about the same. And LSU is in that group of like 30 last year. That's going to go up this year. But you wonder why they were, where they were? That's why. And the highest paid guy on the team last year was Will Campbell at $500K. You weren't willing to spend, like, for context, they're paying Michael Van Buren, I believe the number, it's just under 500. I believe Michael Van Buren might be like 450. So you're bringing in a backup quarterback and paying him effectively what you paid Will Campbell last year. Your 3-year starter at left tackle is going to be a top 10 pick. So you're dramatically increasing your NIL spend. I mean, like, it's just, I think a couple of things happened. I think people got angry at the way the season went. And then on top of that, the Bryce Underwood thing. And they're like, what's going on? And I think it really stirred LSU's boosters into action. And that came on top of the collective partnering with TAF, which amplified fundraising. And then you had the Kelly $1 million match. And so you had all these things simultaneously that came together to have this giant flood of cash into the system that allowed LSU to go do what they did in the portal. So, I mean, you're going to be one of the top spenders in college football next year. Your roster is going to show it. Now you got to go do it. But like the thing I'll tell you, I mean, Ohio State won the national championship, but Ohio State was 10-2. Like, in the 14 playoff era, Ohio State spent all that money and doesn't make a 14 playoff. Ole Miss spent all that money, went 9-3, didn't make the playoff. So you can go spend the money, but you still got to coach them. You still got to perform. So we'll see if they can. Hey, Robert, love the post-game ideas. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's my plan. And Robert, the one other thing that I'm not sure what I should do, and so y'all give me some feedback, is like, so we're talking about for baseball, I'm gonna do a locked on after every LSU baseball game. Okay, babe.
Oh no, might stop and do nails afterwards. I don't just spend all the time and burn on water, so I'll call you.
Baby, you got some stuff on your face. Bye. Okay. Yeah. So the only thing is do you want me to do locked on live or just record it and post it? That's the only thing. Like, do you want me to go live on YouTube for Locked On LSU as a post game? Like, I've been just recording it and then posting it. Now the podcast will just have to be posted after I do it. But I could do the YouTube live. I may try that today. So let me know your thoughts. Matt rigged the drawing so I can win and give you a kickback. Jesse can explain how the Saints cutting car post June saves cap money. It'll save $30 million to get to the cap this year, but not by the March league year, right? So you would be able to spend that money after June 1. So if there are still available free agents after June 1, if you trade for a player and have to afford his contract, it doesn't help you for the start of the league year, which is in a month, right? And you can only designate 2 post June 1 releases. Matthew, morning, Matt. Softball, 2 top 25 wins yesterday. LSU's going for monster sweep today. Baseball, 3-0. Softball, 5-0. Men basketball dub. Women's basketball, tough task today in Austin. It could be done. Go Tigers. That about sums up the weekend, man. Hey, Brad, favorite SNL cast member ever? Probably Farley. Just off the top of my head, probably Farley. Rex, Dickinson seemed like a great NIL. Bad pickup. He's batting .715. I mean, he was arguably the top position player in the portal. He was one of the top 1 or 2 in the portal. So, yeah, he's showing why. I mean, he can just flat out rake. And he's got edge, too. He's got the dangling Barry Bonds cross earring. I like it, dude. I like having a guy like that with some edge on your team. Milton. Let me guess. Taysom ends up in Denver. Maybe. Christian, good morning. Gonna watch the Fighting Kim Mulkeys beat Texas this afternoon. Not often I get to watch Tigers. And Austin, oh, cool. You're going to see. You're going to the game. That's awesome, man. Enjoy. Cheer them on, man. Justin. Bob. How about our new Top Gun Maverick? Kick rocks. Yeah, Maverick Rizzi yesterday pitched the 9th, struck out, faced the minimum, struck out 2. And what's interesting about it is if you caught AFR on Wednesday when we were in Houston, Jared Mitchell was there and came on with us. And I asked him, who's the guy you're excited to see? And he was like, or who caught your eye? He's like, Maverick Rizzi. That's a guy we haven't talked much about because there's been so much talk about William Schmidt, Connor Ware, Chase Shore's coming back. Ianson, being the goodest way, the top portal arm and all that. But yeah, I mean, now you can see why. Hey, Cindy, good morning. Cortland, no pressure on the women to cap off the weekend at all. Yeah. I think they just want to go get a win, Spurge, great to see the depth out of the pen after the amazing portal and recruiting ads. No doubt. The thing that I always tell people is, as exciting as it is, like, you're playing a completely overmatched team in Purdue Fort Wayne. They are not even remotely capable of competing with you. So, and yesterday actually was a little bit of a game defined by missed opportunities. You had the bases loaded in the second, and Stanfield rolled over one to second base and grounded to a double play, inning-ending double play. You had an opportunity in the first. Curiel got thrown out at second before Dickinson's homer. Jake Brown, who was pinch running for Ethan Fry in the 5th of the sixth. He took off when there was a ball in the dirt. He got pegged at third. And then Braswell had the RBI double. So that's 2 runs that you missed out on there. You could have walked it off in the 7th in a run rule. But who got thrown out at the plate? It was a pass ball. The runner broke for home and got thrown. Who was it? I don't remember now. Aaron Beatty? I don't remember. Anyway, but you had a chance there. Anyway, point is, like, yesterday was also a day of missed opportunities. I'll tell you one other thing is the catcher for Purdue Fort Wayne is better than anybody you got. I think he's already had 2 caught stealings. He pegged the guy at third, I mentioned. He got the guy at home, stealing the break. the play on Jake Brown at third was incredible because the ball was in the dirt and he had a pick off the bounce. He picked it off the bounce and pegged him at third. That defensively, Purdue Fort Wayne's catcher, I'd take him on. I don't care if he can hit at all. But defensively, I'd take him at a millisecond. Temp drop 15 degrees since 6 a.m. What's the weather looking like for the game today down there? It's 55 degrees here right now. I know the temp's dropping, and this week is supposed to be really cold as well. Let's see. Today, it's 55, feels like 48, high of 71 today. So 58 at first pitch. That 71 must have been last night. Yeah, it's 55. It looks like it'll be like 58, 59 throughout the game with temps dropping throughout the evening here. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel. Facebook, like the page, share the post. As always, shout out to Brock and Parrish. Need North Peach, go to Brock. Need a roof, call Parrish. Unique Physique and Restored Motions. Of course, Unique Physique. Those are the GLP-1 medications, semaglutide, tirzepatide. Lowest prices, never any contracts. They can do the whole thing over telemed and ship your medicine anywhere. So maybe your New Year's resolution to lose some weight. You've already fallen off. You need a little boost. You want to learn more about those GLP-1 meds. Unique Physique, a great local company in Baton Rouge, but again, can ship your medicine anywhere in the country. So check them out at uniquephysique.com. And I am texting Crystal Poche today because I need to go to Restored Motions. She's got to go work on my back. I was trying to tough it out for the last week, but it is catching up to me, and I've got to go book a session. So maybe I'll see you there at Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. 8-ball rolling. What's up? Love your shows. Thank you. Wish I could watch them live. I'm a truck driver. All good. Time you could watch them live, man. Just pop it up on the rig, and just watch as you go. Brian Penn is a big rig driver. I mean, he's hauling all week, darn near every day. Always checks in from wherever he is. But check in with us, man. So weekday mornings, 7:15, 7:20 a.m. weekday mornings when we're here for sure for live. God's Green, good morning, Toki Doki. Good thing with Shore's pitching today. He only has to give 70-ish%. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you're going to see him go. Actually, 2 years in the making, I bet he's going to have the juices flowing, man. Patrick, did you watch the NBA All-Star game? I personally wish they would stop creating more events akin to those Nickelodeon slime competitions. The old formula work. Don't mess with it. I think the reason they started changing it, Patrick, is because the old formula wasn't working anymore. Your best players don't want to participate in the dunk contest. I think Curry and Ionescu were going to do the 3-point competition. They didn't. Like yesterday, we had a charity event. So we had the St. Jude school auction last night. So I didn't get to watch any of last night. I might put on the All-Star game tonight. Probably just keep a casual eye on it. I'm more excited about baseball today. That'll be my number one. Keep an eye on women's basketball as well. But tonight, as we're kind of settling in for the evening, I'll probably put the All-Star game on. Let's see. Need to make a Nuts Bus shirt with Go This Way driving toward a national championship trophy. Just combining them all. Nuts Bus Go This Way collab. Enjoy the LSU Tigers game. Me and my wonderful wife will attend the game today. Awesome, man. That's great. Enjoy it. Go Tigers. Bring a heavy jacket and a blanket, man. I'm telling you. The box this time of year is cold to begin with, and you're going to have, especially early in the season when the wind is blowing in off the river and it's blowing in at the box, it makes it feel 15 degrees colder, especially if you're in the shade. So plan accordingly. Stat dub, Auburn spent $8 to $9 million in basketball. I was told, yes, over $8 million on their basketball roster this year. Auburn, Bama, Kentucky, Arkansas, Florida, Tennessee were your big spenders in basketball. But yes, Auburn's basketball roster was about $8 million. So for context, LSU's football roster was 5.5 this year. Auburn spent 8 on its basketball roster. Where's your commitment to winning? That's why I keep looking like LSU's basketball roster. They spent a hair under $2 million on this basketball roster. Goody. So where's your commitment to winning? I'm not telling you. So all the people that want Matt McMahon fired, I'm not pounding the table telling you Matt McMahon is a championship coach and he's going to get it done. I like Matt McMahon. I think he's a very good coach. I also think it's really hard to judge when you're carrying a knife into a gunfight. Like, give that man a roster you can compete with and judge him based on that. Hey, Ryan, good morning. Matt. Yeah, Rizzy was awesome yesterday. They're going to have, they got a good problem to have, right? How you get all these guys innings. Texas will always be top 5. Spender, yep, Texas was up there. We need iPad insurance. Cortland, since when has LSU been better the year after losing half its team and replacing both coordinators? Yeah, that was part of the question a year ago, right? If you go back to any of our preseason conversations last year, the thing that I pretty consistently said was, you don't lose the Heisman winner, 2 first-round picks at receiver, and your Broyles Award finalist coordinator without taking a step back. The question is, how much of a step back do you take offensively? And bringing in Blake Baker, how much better are you defensively? So, your offense is going to take a step back, your defense is going to be better, but how much? You're like, can this come here, or does this match here, right? Like, that was the question. And you saw it. You weren't good enough defensively. And, offensively, Nuss threw for 4,000 yards and had a really good season, but you struggled at times to run the football. And it's what you were. You were an 8-win team. You were 8-4. Cajun Bama. Wow, what a combo. Will you do a locked on for midweek games to remind us of all of the awful skies falling people? I'm sure I will, because LSU is going to lose midweek games. It just happens. It always happens. It's going to happen, and people will melt, and you'll have people that don't know anything about anything saying you should never lose it. Like, it's baseball. Yes, you lose. Good teams lose baseball games. It happens. Goodness we. If they cut Carr after June 1st, what does it do for the 2026 cap? Well, you would take that $50 million and it would split. If you're converting that into a bonus, it would split over the next 2 years. So it'd be like 20 each of the next 2 years. Like, the dead cap number would be in the 20s, which is still a lot, but it gives you relief for this year and you move on. So hang on, I'll tell you right now. Post June 1, the 2026 dead cap number would be $28.674 million. So if they post June 1 release him, the dead cap number this year would be 21.4. And then in 2026, it would be 28.6 would be the dead number. So not ideal, but that's what happens when you give someone a bad contract. So I didn't want them to restructure Carr last year. Like, going into this, I wanted them to cut they aren't going to cut him last year, but I wanted him to play out last year and then cut him this year, and you wouldn't have that giant number staring you in the face. Hey, Bubba Smith, good morning. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, let's just do it. Here we go. Here you go, Dale. I hope Dale's still here.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. At Parrish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parrish Construction and Roofing. Parrish built. Parrish built. Parrish built. From your hometown. ParrishBuilt.com.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. Remind you, if you're just jumping aboard, this Friday we are drawing. Someone is winning $5,000 cash, courtesy of Parrish Construction and Roofing. Here's the link. I'll post the link in the comments. Someone's winning $5,000. All you got to do, sign up for a free, no obligation roofing inspection. Follow us on social. Everyone that does that before Friday, you are entered into a drawing for $5,000 cash. We'll draw live on AFR, and someone's winning $5,000 cash. So it's simple. There's no purchase necessary. All the rules and all that stuff are there, but you just got to sign up for a free, no obligation roofing inspection. Follow us on social, and we'll draw. See, and there's no limit, there's no minimum, no maximum. So if 5 people do it, guess what? You got a 20% chance. If 500 people enter, that would be great. We'd love to do 500 roof inspections. But Go ahead, fill out the form, and you'll be entered. Matt, how's recruiting looking with McMahon? I mean, next year's class is good. They got a couple of like top 75 prospects. Oops. So right now you've got Jalen Reese, who's number 75 nationally, Matt Gillul, who's number 80 nationally, and Maisie Mosley, who's number 85 nationally. So you got 3 top 100 guys already, and you've got money to spend in the portal. Like I'm telling you, mark this down, okay? In the same way, I said this yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. In the same way that after the Underwood thing and Jakeem Stewart and all that stuff, I said, ask me in a month. Ask me in a month, and I'll let you know how I feel about the whole thing. I'm telling you, ask me when you get to the spring portal window about basketball, because I believe we are going to have a new arena announced, and you're going to go dump they are prepared to go dump legit NIL money into this basketball roster for next year. So if you combine excitement of a new arena and the 3 top 100 prospects I just talked about, and you're actually going to go spend in NIL in the portal for basketball, I think our conversation about men's basketball is very different in 3 months. Maybe longer than that. Yeah, should be about 3 months. Matt, the Jefferson TD against the Vols was the first play on offense. Went to hell after that. And I remember. There you go. Gotcha, Thomas. Rick, LSU went with 5 guards in the end of the game. Carter made the difference. Well, it is worth mentioning that in that ball game, like, you didn't have Corey Chest. And Corey Chest has been one of the real pleasant surprises this year in what has been a terrible season. I love his energy, his intensity. I wish you had a guy bigger than 6'8" who was your dominant post presence. But, that's what happened when Jalen Reed got injured. But you played that game without Corey Chest, which speaks volumes to your ability to go get that win. Damian Collins stepped up, scored 22. That was encouraging. Blair, in virtually every sport, if you know the top 10 NIL spenders, you're almost guaranteed to know who has a realistic chance to win a championship. Would be a great business. Let's see, where y'all watching baseball, because ESPN app is terrible. I'm watching on the ESPN app. I refuse to watch the NBA All-Star game after last year's fiasco. NBA, the softest sports league going today. I'm 10 minutes behind. I prefer a live post game. Allow us to ask questions. Okay. I'll try that today. I'll try a live post game, and what I'll do is they want those shows a very specific time. So the way I'll format it today, and I'll try it today. I'm willing to try any of that stuff. I'll do my takeaways. I'll hit my break, and then I'll come back, and in the second segment, I'll just answer questions. Brant, are you impressed with LSU baseball so far, even though it's a weaker opponent? Yes, because there's things that I want to see, Brant, that would be translatable to SEC play. Like, for example, Kason Evans in game 1 out of the bullpen. He's throwing 98, and he's throwing his big hook for a strike. If you can command 98 and throw a breaking ball for a strike, it doesn't matter if you're playing Purdue, Fort Wayne, or Tennessee. Like, hitters are going to have trouble identifying, is that 98 coming over the plate? Is he going to bounce it? And if I think I'm getting the hook, Willie.98 at my letters, right? It's just that it would be different if LSU is scoring, 10 runs because the other team's kicking the ball around. They walk 15 guys, like on a day where 3 guys hit homers and it happens to be the 2 guys sandwiching Bear Jones. And one of them is freshman Derek Curiel. And the other is the Utah Valley transfer, who everyone was very high on, but would it translate actually from Utah Valley? I would say that that's like very encouraging, right? So that's what I look for. I look for like what is actually translatable, and you see a lot of that. I think we've seen a lot of that so far. Dickinson can rake. Stanfield really good in center, obviously. There was a play yesterday in left center where it was a well-hit ball toward the gap, and Stanfield just kind of jogged and got it. I mean, it's like, okay, he's got range in center. I mean, you will have with Stanfield in center, Curiel in left, like that's an elite defensive outfield, and then we'll see who sells in right. But if it ends up being Jake Brown was a center fielder for you last year. And so if you end up with Curiel, Stanfield, Brown as your outfield, I mean, that's an embarrassment of riches defensively. Left side of the infield has looked really good with Milam at short. No issues there. So yeah, man. I mean, I'm worried about catcher. I don't like. I think we'll see Priester start today. I mean, you saw Hernandez start game 1, Aaron Beatty start game 2. I think Priester will start today. Just following that, and then I think we probably also see Ashton Larson start today, probably in right, if not in right at DH. You're facing a righty today, so probably get another left-handed bat in the lineup. So I think Larson, as we saw, Pearson started in right game 1. Brown started in right game 1. Pearson started in right game 2. So I think Larson starts in right today. So I think he's getting a lot of these dudes work. So that's more what I'm looking for right now. Brant, how about Arkansas baseball in the struggle bus this weekend? Candidly, I haven't seen what they've done. I was looking at what was going on in that. Did they play a doubleheader yesterday? So they beat Washington State 3-2 and 10. Oh, they played a doubleheader on Friday. And so then they run ruled them in game 2, and then they won 5-2 yesterday. They swept them. They play Monday. I mean, I haven't watched them, so I don't know why they're what sort of struggle bus they're on. But who do you think is the most important player or thing for football outside of Nussmeier? Well, I mean, it's got to be your offensive line, man. I mean, you're losing 4 starters, so you've got to have guys step up on the offensive line. Braylon Moore and Josh Thompson are coming in. They're going to be plug-and-play starters. Like, you know what you have there. But Tyree Adams, Weston Davis, if those guys end up being your starting tackles, like, you got to get some of the guys that were highly recruited guys that have been on campus that are going to get their opportunity. You got to get those guys to step up. Hey, Robert, cool. Live seems cool. Okay, we'll try it today. We'll try it. Jeff Crow, happy Sunday to you and the family. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thomas, let's go, man. Dale. Dale hadn't popped in this morning, man. I wonder where he is. Hey, Kobe, good morning. Currently in Omaha, it's 8 degrees. I hate it here. Hopefully I see the Tigers here this summer. Where's my guy, Kirk? So Kirk Taylor, who's a morning Sconer as well. Good dude. He was living in a military guy, was living in Omaha for a while, too. He used to say the same thing. How about USA Hockey? Won the game in the fight. Canadian fans booing the anthem. What were they playing? I didn't even see it, Carl. Sorry. Murder Giraffe thought the new arena has already been announced. No, the new arena has not been announced. They have talked about certain plans have been discussed, but nothing has been announced. They've talked about different possibilities. They have talked about demolishing the PMAC and building a new arena there, building a new arena where the track venue is currently, where Bernie Moore is, and moving the track stadium by the river near softball. And then they've also talked about building a new basketball arena, which in conjunction with East Baton Rouge, that would be sort of like shared for different events. It would take a lot of events away from River Center and put that on River Road down by the box, and that big space of land between the box and the river. So that's what's being discussed. There's been all these possibilities, but nothing has been announced formally at all. New arena can revive the Cow Palace for Air. Wait, they're not going to do either of those things. They did talk about the possibility of building an arena in the spot where the Cow Palace is, but one of the things that I know there are certain leaders at LSU want is they want the athletic facilities all in that one hub near each other on campus. They don't want the basketball arena where the Cow Palace is. They want it all in one spot. So they want I think that was part of the appeal of, if they built a new arena, like they would convert the PMAC into offices, practice facility, like a multi-purpose thing like that. And then they play games at the new venue. Maybe like the PMAC could still be used for gymnastics and things like that, but they'd have a new basketball facility. But if they built a new basketball facility where Bernie Moore is presently and moved the track near the river, they're afraid that being that close to the river would affect the track competition because of like wind aided times or things like that. So that's one of the reasons that they're not keen on moving the track facility if they built basketball. So what I think is most likely to happen, and again, I'm thinking we'll have some kind of announcement here this spring. So file that away. Uncle Scone's here for you. I think they're going to get to where they make an announcement on a new arena this spring. And I think it's going to be the plan where they work with EBR and build the arena down by in a van down by the river, like by the box. I think that's the plan that's going to happen. And when you announce plans for a new arena and you actually commit to spending an NIL, which I think they're going to do in the spring portal for basketball, I think you're going to have a different sense of excitement around the program. I mean, it's true. Like, if you build it, they will come. Invest in your program. I mean, Auburn built a new arena. It's one of the best things they ever did. Ole Miss built a new arena. I mean, look around the league. You got some old dumpy places, man. Coleman Coliseum's an old dumpy arena. And Bama's pretty good because they hit on their coach and they're spending in NIL. Good on you. Brennan Huff, USA. What did we do? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't. What did we do in hockey? Team USLS Canada. What's Four Nations title? What is this? What is this? Is this like NHL All-Star? Yeah. I can't look. I don't know nothing about hockey, y'all, but I do love America, and I want us to whip foreigners in every single thing we do. So we're whipping them in hockey or tiddlywinks. I'm here for it. So go USA. Seth, any idea on how long the new arena will take to be built? I'm sure it'll be a year. So, I would think, again, I don't know, but if you announce plans in the spring to build a new arena, depending on when they break ground, I would imagine the following season is when they would start play. So I think conservatively, you've got another year in the PMAC, and then maybe you're in the new arena. That's what I would think. So again, if I'm wrong, I know y'all will remind me if I'm wrong, but I do think that there's going to be movement, as best I can tell, this spring, and we're going to. Yeah. Sorry. The St. Jude auction last night, the silent auction they kept going through this morning, and which I don't know why they did that, but whatever. There were some things I bid on. I was trying to win. It ends like in 1 minute. Oh no, there it is. Bidding ends in 10 seconds. Okay, bidding ended. I guess I won that thing. That's good. Yay. One donation, whatever. Okay. You can get the LSU game on YouTube. Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing. Like, it's the same stream. And you can't get it. Well, you can't get it legally on YouTube. But we're not here to cast aspersions. All about people getting to watch the games. Danny, LSU needs a cameraman in the bullpen. Having the announcers try to figure out who's warming up is funny. The new bullpen concept is cool, though. I love it. Hey, Franco Nation, good morning. Stat Dub, 3 fights the first 9 seconds of the game. Okay. Thomas, Parrish going to bid the new roof of the arena? Absolutely. Would love to do that. Survivor's remorse. Do you hot shower at night, cold plunge in the morning, or cold shower at night, cold plunge in the morning? Hot shower at night. I just cold plunge in the morning. New arena. Need to replace the golf course. Replaces the NHL All-Star. Gotcha. Craig, it's awesome is what it is. I don't care for hockey, but was on the edge of my seat. They also play Freebird every time USA scored. Let's go. Will they keep the Pistols name on the new arena? I don't. That's a good question. I don't. Go this way. Go this way. Okay. Okay. So Milton asked about Pistol name. I don't know, man. I would actually think probably not. like the Pete Maravich Assembly Center is the venue that's across from Tiger Stadium. I would assume that remains. A new arena, I would guess, especially in conjunction with the city, they would probably try to sell the naming rights for it in the same way that they have the Raising Cane's River Center. Just a guess. I don't know the answer to that. I'm with you. It would be great if they did, but I would have to believe that they'd probably try to sell it. Anyway, okay, y'all. I think we're just about done. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Y'all have an awesome day. Please join us. So I'm going to do it. I'll go live as soon as LSU baseball ends on the Locked On LSU YouTube channel. So please join me there. Remember, if you're not subscribed to Locked On LSU YouTube, do that. I'll go live there when the game ends. We'll do an LSU post-game wrap. And we'll see how the live edition goes. So we'll try it out. Hey, bud. And I have my recaps from game 1 and 2 up already. Go this way. If you want to go check those out, if you missed them, please smash the like button. All of our sponsors linked in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. And remember, if you need an orthopedist, go to Brock After Hours Clinic, open nights and weekends. Remember, Parish. This is a short window we have for this giveaway, y'all. We're giving somebody $5,000 cash on Friday. So to enter, all you got to do is schedule a free, no obligation roofing inspection and follow us on social. All the deets are in the link of the post that I just shared in the comments. Help us spread the word. Want to get as many, would really love to get as many inspections as possible out of this. So please help us. Anyway, all right, y'all have an awesome day. We'll see you. Go Tigers.